guys, welcome back to another installment of our 100 Babies Challenge. Last episode, our little one here grew up. Also, fair warning, this is a voiceover because I recorded a speed build, and right after I recorded this, and I forgot to turn on my microphone recording, so I'm gonna learn things as you go. So I did install some new mods again, so of course everybody's gotta stand around being creepy. I sent most everybody to bed. Henry is miserable, but that's pretty par for the course. We've got our, local dumpster baby. Got Jane sending text messages, creepy doctor stalking us. Jane wanted to come over. I tend to just let the wives come over anytime they want to. I'm like, sure. Charity is not allowed to come over, though. Like, no. So I've got George watching TV with Henry. I made Edward get up and do his homework because I'm really pushing for that A. I know he needs to watch TV as well. I'm really sick of the voting, I'm not gonna lie. I'm tempted to just cheat it and select the things that I want because I'm so annoyed with them. But so far I haven't done it. That was Jane freaking out. That's cool. Alright, so this is me trying to get George playful, because apparently that's so super hard for me. I keep forgetting about the potions, because I'm an idiot sometimes. Alright, so apparently Jane is on her computer. Edward's whining because he has a breakout and a sore back because they all sleep on cots. Just think, Edward, once you get that A, you can escape. But I decided to go ahead and let him do a one-time facial treatment just because he was being so whiny. Still learning where everything is. I can't quite remember yet. I was debating. I'm like, am I gonna be nice? And I'm like, no. One-time treatment. And then back to TV. Back to TV because he needs to watch 12 hours of TV and get the A before we can get rid of him. Which I don't want to get rid of Edward. I love him. He's our little string bean child of choice. Oh god, the frickin' monsters. I'm so sick of the monsters in the bed. I did download something that's hopefully going to scare them away. I don't think I put it in this episode, but there was like guardian plushies that are supposed to like hardcore keep them away. So, fingers crossed, because it's just obnoxious. It's every single night, multiple times a night, and I just feel like that's really excessive. Like, sure, every now and then would be fine, but it's every single night. And then they go and wake up Henry, and they go and wake up their brothers, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. They think they're having a nightmare about monsters under the bed. No, I am having a nightmare. So there we go, waking up Henry, and Henry's face here, I was like, I have to get a shot of this, because he just looked so done. He's like, I did not sign up for this. This is not entertaining for me. And it's like, sorry, Henry, this is super entertaining for me, so I kind of don't care how you feel. I mean, that's the whole point of this challenge. Henry VIII must suffer. Oh, is Richard going to bother him again? I was trying to get him to talk to the monster under the bed, because supposedly you can ask the monster to leave, but I don't know how successful that is or how long it lasts. As you can see, Anne is ready to grow up. Very excited about that. Everybody just keeps eating cake, because that's what we got. I don't know why Edward's watching TV and standing, but oh god, see what I mean? See what I mean? See what I mean? Frickin' monsters. I'm so sick of the monster in the bed. So is Henry. So is Henry. Decided to get him a quick meal because I want him to still watch TV so he can watch TV and have the quick meal. I finally had Henry go spray the monster because I'm just like, ugh. It's just annoying. Oh, he didn't even do it. I didn't notice this, but he didn't actually do it. He just said, I can't do it, and walked away. Henry is trash. Hi, Sid. Hi, Jumpy Kitty. I love how everything in the house is just constantly broken. What are we doing? Oh, we're upping at Mary's social skill. Because she's got a lot more to do before she can grow up. She's got that aspiration. It's custom aspiration, but there's a whole heck of a lot to do. Mostly involves her being a brat. I think I went ahead and replaced the toilet, but I missed that. So now I'm going to have Henry grow up Anne, which is funny because Anne Boleyn's here, so why not? That's technically her niece. Which you'll love to see it, and apparently her niece doesn't like her. Didn't notice that either. Had the please don't be clingy chant at this point, because that's what we do. We chant not to get a clingy baby. You get it roll. And we got silly, so very excited about that. So far, so good. I do not want a clingy baby. I really, really don't. And then I decided to plan her little outfit. I forgot to turn the cheat on again, because that's how I roll. And kind of before she gets over, I'm just kind of... I like to direct Henry and keep him busy, because otherwise he'll just be useless. Loading, 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 loading. Power of voodoo. Alright. Landed on our string bean child. I don't know why he's such a string bean, but he really is. I don't think Jane was, and I know Henry's not, but he's just a string bean child. So yeah, Anne has got some eyes, for sure. She's a little cranky looking. She's got Henry's jaw. Not really sure at the nose. I wasn't really looking too much. I can't remember what hair. I think I settled on this hair for her. I thought it was cute. It had a little bobble. She's got a white, like, she's got a honkin' forehead, so she suits bangs. Thought about putting a hat on her, but I was like, no, it takes away the bobble. The bobble was important. But I at least have eyelashes that are in glasses, so that was handy. I was trying to give her some ginger ones, since she is a ginger. He's had quite a few blondes and gingers. Thomas is the only one who's not been a blonde. I was just trying to see if I could give her some cute skin details since I didn't do the cheat. But there's not really any. So I was just messing around seeing what I had, and I realized that was an eye color changing thing. I left her eyes because I really like the whisper eyes, so I didn't feel a need to change them. I'm trying to remember what else. I think we change her clothes, and then that's it. I really should just cut this out, but I put her in that little shirt, and then I promptly realized, like, later that it has little wings on it, like bumblebee wings, and I sort of lost my mind. I was so excited. I was so excited you don't even know, because I didn't notice here that there was wings. You can just barely see them, and I thought it was just another part of the necklace. And I kind of just left her in the rest of her outfits, because it doesn't really matter with toddlers, because we don't go anywhere, we don't throw parties. We is boring. But yeah, there was a full-on gasp moment when I saw the wings. I was delighted. Hear the cat? I don't know if you can hear the cat, but what's with her toe? Oh, dang. Sorry, while it's loading, I'm messing with the cat's foot because it looks like he's got his claws shedding. It's like his back paw. And now, of course, he has my hand and he's not letting it go. That's fine. Alright, of course Nicholas is angry, because why wouldn't he be? Every toddler in this house is furious constantly. I decided to just send her off, because I don't know, I didn't want to deal with her. Thomas actually showed up while Anne was there, which is awesome. I'm still trying to have Edward watch enough TV, and he did. He finally did. So I let him go to bed. All he needs now is an A, and we can move him out of the household. Which is sad, but also necessary. We actually only have 7 Sims in the house this time. Henry was just so miserable that I couldn't get him to go meet his next baby daddy. I was also annoyed that kids can't give residence keys. I was like, seriously? Just give Thomas the keys. Everyone has keys to our house at this point. Like, it is known. They constantly just have black circles under their eyes. They're just all miserable all the time. So I hope you don't mind that I'm going to snack, because I am hungry. If you're curious what this snack is, this is King's Hawaiian Rolls, because I live on them. I love them. Only the sweet kind, though, not the butter kind. Butter kind are okay for, like, Thanksgiving, but for snacks, it's sweet all the way. I wanted Mary to go annoy Thomas, but he decided to come to our house, put a mask on his face, and sleep in our bathtub. I don't know why. But I knew Mary needed to be obnoxious. Oh no, I had him spray under the bed first. Because as you can see, everybody's napping because they can't sleep, and it didn't work. I think it worked in a minute. Thomas and his little vampire things. Henry is tense because the children keep awakening him. Poor George. Poor all of them, honestly. Normally I wouldn't have had him eat the cake, but we needed to get rid of it before it goes bad. Hi, angry baby. I told him to eat cake, and he just was, like, being stubborn, so I didn't even feel bad that he was starving. I don't know why he was embarrassed. I think because he had a breakout, which is weird. I didn't think kids could get breakout. Hi, Thomas! I love that walk. I love it. Like, best choice I've made. I really can't wait to move them into a new house, because this one's way too tiny. Nicholas actually got potty training, which is more than I can say for all the other children. I'm just trying to remember what else happens. Edward takes off with his little vampire hand and umbrella, because that's what you have to do when you're a vampire. It requires that kind of dedication. I was getting mad because I couldn't get the camera to work. I forgot that it's the middle scroll thing and not, I thought it was right-clicking for some reason, and I was just like, why isn't it working? I hate the camera, though. Because it's so jumpy. Like, if you're on the second story, it just or you scroll forward or backwards, it, like, jumps to the next floor, and you're just like, why? And tab mode is a freaking nightmare. And now I'm stuck in the floor. And semi-eating with my mouth open. Full. Not gonna lie. I'm starving! This is me trying to turn off the Sims 3 camera and then turn it back on, as though it will help. Because I just didn't get what I was doing wrong, but I realized later what I was doing wrong. It's because I switch between the games that I'm just like, what is happening? It's super annoying. Yeah, I fiddle with this for a hot minute here. I also was really annoyed that story progression is not a thing that's happening. But MC Commander, you can actually do something about that, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in, just because it bothers me that no one ever gets married or jobs or anything. Especially like 9. 9 had kind of a little bit of romance. Henry, you are not becoming a vampire, don't even. But 9 had a little bit of romance with Cassandra Goth, so I moved him into the Goth household just to see what would happen. Nothing. Nothing. All the wives have not moved on, and they all live with people. It's very annoying. I just want them to move on and have other lives. And like, I physically had to go in and give Catherine a job and Anne Boleyn, and then I was like, this is ridiculous. Because then I miss time in the main household when I do that. Oh, Plopsy. I can't remember if we sold something or if the listing failed again. That was me looking at what she needed to do and checking Edward's grade. Richard actually is a really good student. He can breeze through his homework, which is awesome. Of course, I had to take the tablet away from George because he is no longer a child, or a toddler. So I decided to give it to Nicholas because he was being a grump. And then I woke everybody up to do their homework. Because I was slacking on the homework front. I don't mean to, but it's hard to pay attention. I kind of actually hate that grades are the thing that you have to do. That's why I modified the challenge. Because, A, having that many toddlers was just chaos, and I kind of don't care. It's when they become children, that's why they have to complete their entire childhood aspiration, and then teens have to complete the first level of their aspiration. Oh, I was so mad Mary went to school, I didn't catch her, and then sending her home doesn't work. So she still hasn't quite met her goal of not attending school for 3 days. I should have just left her. But I didn't want her grade to go up because she needs to... I've looked ahead at the aspiration. She needs to get a D. So because her childhood aspiration is going to override the grade, I'm not going to worry about her grades. That is the only time that I don't have to get A's. And I have a school mod, so they skill at school, which I'm fine with. It makes sense, because what are they learning all day otherwise? I should have had him study hard. So sorry, I crack my knuckles all the time. Like, not on purpose, it's just habit, and then I have to finish because I can't just stop halfway through. It's just one of those things. I don't turn them or twist them, though. I can honestly crack them just moving them, but yeah. You'll hear me quite a bit cracking my fingers. I can crack my shoulders too, because part of having Ehlers-Danlos, and I have the hypermobility type, is all of my joints pop in and out of place, which is creepy for some, but I'm entertained by it. Alright, we're inviting Charles Brandon over because I'm like, oh my gosh, we need to get another baby. We need another baby at the house stat, because we're at 7, and I knew Edward was close to getting out of the house, so I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have so much space in the house, like, this isn't good for the challenge. So I kind of was like, alright, children, get out of the bedroom, please. Because our knight in shining armor has arrived. So I didn't want to move too quickly. So let's just start off with, chit-chat, a little bit of nice. A little bit of niceness never hurt anybody. We all know Henry is terrible at the romancing, so... I was trying to up Mary's social skill while I did this, so I was having her talk to the toddlers. Because I feel like it ups they have like a communication skill. But she can't really say too much to them, so... it's kind of hard. And Charles was really focused, so I was really hoping that he was focused on knocking us up. So we're just doing a lot of friendly interactions. Want to build up the relationship a little bit more before we dive into the romance. Just like, hey, we see he's a woohoo lover, and we're like, yes, we appreciate that. And he was single. That's when I decided to go straight into compliment appearance. Just anything kind of flirty. And then they ran off. I'm like, what are you two doing? What are you doing? And then I realized they decided to woohoo in a bush. Totally out of my control. This is a mod that I have, which they didn't do risky. And I don't want to take the mods out of a game, so I kind of don't care that it's in there. But yeah, they totally just decided to woohoo in a bush. I'm like, great. Everyone wanted to give Henry a job, too. I'm like, can you guys chill? He does not want your jobs. I know he somehow has a great reputation, but trust me, he's a little bit trash. And so then I wanted to send him back because I didn't realize it wasn't risky at the time. And then I was like, oh no, you're not pregnant. Toddler running around outside, it's fine. I just noticed there's soot outside. Don't know why. Charles was still here, thankfully. So I figured, which he actually went and fixed our sink, but I figured we could still try to get knocked. Oh, and I wanted to invite her mom over because she needed more communication skills, so I figured, hey, why not? Ugh, Anne is a little bit of a brat. Teensy bit of a brat. That's when I realized there was no food. So I did my patented have somebody get a quick meal and not eat it. And Henry apparently is at that level of his relationship with Charles that he can poop while he's there. Like you do. I'm just setting up really quick Mary's interactions with Catherine Howard. That's not her mom. Is it? Edward is Jane. Richard is Anna Cleves. Mary is Catherine. That is her mom. Okay, sorry. I'm already forgetting who's who. So I decided to be a little bit flirty. I was looking for first kiss, because just because they woohooed doesn't mean I can really get away with it, but then I was like, you know what? They already did. They're both hoes anyways, so why not? Go ahead and pop into bed. She's just chatting away with her mom. I know she needs to, like, argue and stuff, but I kind of don't want her to have a... Excuse me. I don't want her to have a bad relationship with her mom. Sorry about that. Alright. So then I'm like, okay, great. They're done. Pregnancy test. And then Edward, I was trying to see what his grade was, and I realized he's got an A. We have to lose our baby. Another one. We've already lost Thomas. We've lost 9. And now our little string beanpole is heading out the house. That's not okay. I've already decided that I want him to go live with his mom, because I've moved the kids into different areas. 9 is at the goth household. Thomas moved in with the vampires, because I felt like that was a good place for him. But I wanted Edward to go live with Jane, so I figured once he aged up, I would move her out of the household she's currently in, and I would give them their own house. Because I feel like he would want to get to know his mom better. Ugh, the food wasters. Still don't know why you can't empty that trash can. It's kind of annoying. I don't know if it's technically, like, looks like something that goes on a community lot, maybe, but yeah, can't empty it. It's just full all the time. Charles left, but I was like, oh, it's fine. Henry always gets knocked up first try. Henry did not, which he actually didn't with Catherine either. I was really, really, really upset about it. Because, obviously, we need the next baby. Like, what? So I was like, alright, we need him to come back over. I was like, come on over, Charles. Edward was baking his cake. This ended up being very frustrating because I ended up having to have him make 3 cakes because people kept coming over and taking a piece before I could, because I would start to move it and then they had already had it in their action, so it would take a slice of cake out, and I was so mad. I was very salty. So yeah, I moved right in with the flirt. What do you... Oh, I had him change the baby's diaper first. Because she was a bit smelly. Yeah, this is me moving the cake, not realizing that I think Nicholas was grabbing a piece. So look, piece gone. I was like, wait, what? I thought I did it the first time. I was like, what? What? So I was like, sorry, Edward. I know you're tired. I know that you're unhappy about life. You need to make another cake. Oh, jeez, I'm really close to my microphone. I keep leaning and then forgetting that it's like right there. Sorry if that was really loud. My bad. So then I was like, Henry, what are you doing? And of course he was frickin' sad because he wasn't pregnant. And I'm like, we're all sad that you're not pregnant. Go compliment Charles' muscles, please. And I was like, call the sadness hotline because you're trash. And Nine kept wanting us to come over to their house. And I was like, Nine, I would love to, but unfortunately I can't unless I end up going to have a baby with... Like, going because I have a mission to have a baby with Bella Goth. Which I'm probably not going to do. Let's be real. And the reason why is I want Henry to have kids with historical figures. Like, that's the plan. Otherwise, Bella Goth all the way. Although, I guess she's kind of historic from a Sims point of view. No. We're not going to mess with Nine's life. That isn't going to be Nine's mother-in-law if all goes well. We will not mess with little baby Nine's life. Unless Nine marries somebody else. And Bella Goth is fair game. But I like Nine with Cassandra Goth. I think they're nerdy and cute together. Literally on the phone with Sadness Hotline and also talking to Charles. Or someone's talking to Charles. I'm like, come on, Henry, get it together. Compliment Charles' muscles again. Charles was just, like, reading a book, ignoring us. Which, honestly, fair. And then we got uncomfortable, and I'm like, yes! And still no, can't flirt when you're uncomfortable. Rude. All the smelly, smelly children. Like, nobody's happy in this house, let's be honest. Even when they're asleep, they're not happy. Henry was just so sad. I'm like, come on, just pull it together for me. I know you're sad about not having a baby, but guess what? If you get happy, you could sleep with Charles and have another baby. Yeah. Catherine Howard came over, took a piece of cake. I'm like, really? You're about to get smited right now. Ugh. And so then I had him eat some of the cake because he was starving. I was so mad. Yeah, that's when I realized what was happening. And so poor Edward is just exhausted at this point. He's like, I've slaved away making 2 cakes. Why are you bothering me? So I'm trying to get Henry, and then Charles actually started to shoot him down. And I was like, wait, what? And I was like, And I tried to risky hookup, and he said no. So I'm like, okay, that's not good. And I just wondered if it was because all of the children were miserable around them. And then Anne showed up. We already had Catherine in the house. Like, this isn't awkward at all. So I tried to get some positive interactions. You know, just chatting. I think he actually ends up leaving. That was a glitch. Edward went to go sleep in the tub rather than make his cake. He's just like, ugh. Yeah, and then Charles left, and I was like, rude, rude, rude. That was rude. Our lovely, nasty kitchen that is just never clean. Although we currently don't have a trash baby, so progress, right? And Mary is just like dying. I kept making her be social with her mom. Like, you need to do this. is important. I actually don't know how long this video is. I keep looking. I think it's 34 minutes. Yeah. Duh, it says it on the bottom. Project length. I'm glad they don't ask for advice as much, because that gets annoying too. Henry's just like, I'm so unhappy. I'm like, go have cake. That makes everything better, right? Edward just keeps wanting to do anything but make the cake, which is fair. Like, if I was him, I would be absolutely done. I would not want to be in this nasty kitchen. Like, get over here and make your cake. Look at him, he's filthy. Just feeding the toddlers more cake. I mean, what else am I gonna do? We have so much cake. And then she wrecked Richard's project. I'm pretty sure it was her. But it might have been Nicholas. I'm not 100%, but I feel like it was her. Mostly because I feel like the girls in this family are just... they're nuts. Like, they're a whole nother level. Which is fair. Like, if I was the daughter of Henry VIII, I too would be next level. Alright, so this is our third time's the charm cake. It does work. And I was like, on that. Like, no. Nobody touch this. Like, don't eat gross. It's gross. Don't eat dirt, it's gross. He tried to walk away too, and I was like, no! No! You put candles on that cake. And then I had, like, celebrate for a minute, but I didn't have, like, blow out the candles, which was concerning, but then it came. Yeah, and this is the last time we're gonna see Edward in the house. He's gonna move out with his mom and live his best little life. Because when he was a kid and a teenager, we couldn't give him the fertile trait, which is what he rolled from his mom. So he had strong bloodline, and then he had the anxiety one, and so now I'm gonna give him fertile because that was the trait that he should have gotten from Jane as the second trait, but he couldn't because it wasn't available. Of course, I have no idea where the trait is. It takes me a minute to find it. Which I wish they were in alphabetical order. I don't understand why they're not. Like, it makes no sense why they're not. Like, and I think it's just the custom ones, but they should still be in alphabetical order. Like, that is the most basic thing that there is. Put it in ABC order. Like, put it in some kind of order. Put it in, you know, you can put it opposite order if you want, where A's are at the bottom and Z's at the top. I don't care. I just want some consistency here. And yes, secretly I'm hoping with story progression on that Edward just has a whole bunch of spellcaster babies. I never actually made him a spellcaster, which now I am realizing that I kind of wish I did. But it's okay, it's okay. He has the strong bloodline trait, but doesn't mean he has to be a spellcaster. I just never had time to mess with it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the comments. If you've subscribed, thank you very much. And I will see you in the next one.